we propose a new way of thinking about or diagnosing or defining clinical obesity. And we also propose the concept of preclinical obesity. This was achieved after having undertaken an expert consensus over many, many months with a range of experts from many countries around the world and from different definitions. I think it can be all too easy to just use one measurement, BMI, and make a classification: obesity, overweight, or whatever. Whereas it's far more subtle, more nuanced than that. So what we want to do is to move away from just relying on BMI, to see it as maybe a screening tool, but to actually take a history, do a physical examination, maybe do investigations, listen to the story of the person who's of a high body weight, and then work out if that's an issue or not. I think it's very easy for us to see, just in the general community, to see a big person and say, obesity, and not know anything about their history, their health, their well-being, and so on. And I know big people who, are very active, very fit, um, live normal, on no medications for cardiometabolic risk, and who might ostensibly fit into the obesity BMI, but who are well. Those people should not be classified as having clinical obesity. At the same time, there are some people with a lower BMI, and classically this may be people from Indian or East Asian ethnic backgrounds, where the cardiometabolic risk occurs at a lower BMI than someone of, say, Northern European ethnic origin. And so we might even be somewhat underdiagnosing some of those people as having clinical obesity if we just use a single straight BMI cut point. The important thing is to actually look, do these people have abnormal fat distribution? So maybe there's more fat around the abdomen. And do they have health problems associated with that, either the excess body fat or the abnormal fat distribution? That's the key issue. Stigma towards people with obesity is incredibly widespread. It's experienced or perpetrated by people in the general public, by people in the healthcare professions. At school, it's by your school peers who are teachers. It's within families, by your family members. It's everywhere. On the media, you name it. And guess what? It doesn't improve things. It only makes it worse. It makes it harder for people to seek treatment and to respond to treatment. So there's nothing good about it. And I'm hoping that this will help people start to realize obesity isn't somehow some moral failing of an individual, but a real disease that we now have some more clearly defined criteria for which there are treatment options. It's trying to take the blame away from the individual and to help people realize it's a clinical disease and that there are treatment options for people. And I really hope it'll help clinicians be able to distinguish and help people identify which clinical pathways they want to go along. So we're only at the start of what the implications may be for this, but I hope that by having a common language, we can help people be treated in a better way.